Good morning. Welcome to Cowichan Brain Injury Society's 10, 10, and 10 morning wake-up program. We start here at 9 a.m., so we have one more minute. So before we get started, just find yourself a comfortable spot in a chair, ideally a chair with no armrest, so we can swing our arms up and down and all around. And a kind of straight back, sturdy chair. We're not in a recliner, ideally. This is to help us promote some core engagement and strength throughout that whole core section of our body. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock. So again, welcome to Cowichan Brain Injury Society's 10, 10, and 10 morning wake-up program. Cowichan Brain Injury Society is a nonprofit organization serving folks who've had a brain injury as well as their loved ones and supports in the Cowichan Valley. We run this 10, 10, and 10 morning wake-up program every Tuesday live on YouTube to promote some of the 6 pillars of brain health. So we spend 10 minutes moving, we spend 10 minutes learning something new, and we spend 10 minutes on mindfulness, which is one of the stress management tools that we talk about. Just to go over some safety, remember Cowichan Brain Injury Society is not liable for any risk or injury. It is up to you to keep yourself safe. And what that might look like is making sure you're in a space that's clear of any hazards, that you can move fully around. I just realized I forgot my water. Having your water close by, taking breaks when needed, listening to your body. We want to try to get our heart rate up. So pushing yourself a little bit, but not to the place where you're dizzy, nauseous, etc. Or if any of the activities do activate any dizziness, take a moment to sit. We will always do seated exercises, and sometimes I'll do some standing, but there always will be seated modifications. So if you feel unstable or unbalanced, stay seated. I think that is everything. I like to listen to some music while I get moving. You can do the same. You can have a stereo, earbud, etc. playing for the next 10 minutes and trying to follow along with my movements. So I'm going to get that started right now and we'll get moving. All right, great. Let's start with some arm circles. Nice big arm circles. Back, forward. Nice work. We're going to get those a little bit smaller now. I'm going to do little arm circles. You can have your fingers out, or you can have them in fists, whatever feels good for you. Good. We're going to go the other way. Starting with nice big arm circles. We'll get a little bit smaller. Good. Smaller. And the nice little ones. The end. Great. Good work. Get your bottom to the edge of that chair. Feet planted on the floor. You can't quite see my feet. I'll go back a little bit. We're going to do a twist and reach. Cross that midline. Good. Just a gentle twist. Standing. You can exaggerate it more. Get your hips involved. Shifting your weight back and forth. Good job. Remember, always going at your own pace. What feels good for you. Nice job. We're going to keep this up for a little bit longer. Nice work. All right. We're going to do some marching. Again, going at your own pace. This can be nice and controlled. Try and go a little quicker. I'm going to do it standing today. I'm going to reach my arm up to the sky as well. You don't have to do this, but this is a good Challenge your upper and lower body together here. Good work. 10 more seconds. Awesome work. Okay, next activity. Want nice wide stance here. And we're going from side to side, reaching. You can think about pulling something back to your body here. I'm gonna again go standing. Full weight transfer from side to side. Bending the knee, if you're standing, that you're reaching towards. Nice work. A few more seconds here. Good work. Awesome. I'm going to do some leg swings. You can go on the edge of your chair if you can, one buttocks off, swing up, come back. You can do this just here too, swinging leg in front, slowly coming back just as far as feels good. So I'm doing my right leg first. Standing, working on balance. You can have a chair here. Hold on to. Good work. We're going to go to the other side. I'm going to stand over here. Use even my chair for a little bit of balance. Our left leg now. Good work. Got about 10 more seconds here. Again, just going as far as feels comfortable. Good work. We're going to do fast feet. I'm up on my tippy toes, and I'm just going back and forth, lifting my feet. Again, if you're standing, we're going to do this for 30 seconds. Trying to get our heart rate up, a little bit of speed here. Stay seated. If this motion's too much, you can just lift your heels, alternating which heel. Good. And do 10 more seconds. Nice work. Almost there. Nice work. Good job. Ooh, there's my chair. Find my chair. Let's do some hip hinges. Nice tall back, core engaged, hinging at the hips. Coming back up with control. Good. I'm going to do this standing sideways. You can see back should be nice. My back should be nice and straight. Do 5 more seconds. Nice work. Okay, do a arm exercise. We're going to just come up to kind of our belly button. So our arms are straight down, just belly button down. Armpits down. Overhead down. Belly button down. Armpits down. Overhead down. Only going as far as comfortable. Don't go overhead if you have shoulder issues at this point. Trying to speed it up. Good work. Whoops, I skipped. I'm trying to remember this pattern as well. Let's go to the outside. So again, we're just going partially up, kind of to hands to belly button, down, hands, shoulders, down, hands overhead, down. Whoops. Good work, trying to stay with that pattern. Whoa, I think I mucked up. Good work. All right, we're just gonna do some side stepping here, opening those hips. You can have your hands on your hips here. I'm gonna do this standing. You can stay seated if that's more comfortable for you. Trying to point our toes out to the side of the wall. So forward to side. Good. Opening those hips up. Do about 10 more seconds here. Five. You can have your arms up if you want to make it more challenging. Awesome job. Great. Take a seat again. What do we want to do now? We did some twists already. Let's do some abdominal exercises. We're going to do some lean backs here. I'm going to go to the side to show what this looks like. But you can stay forward. So you're on the edge of your chair. Think about holding a ball or something in front of you. Leaning back, keeping your back nice and straight, and coming up. All right? I'm going to do that for 30 seconds. Good job. If you start rounding your back or arching your back, then you've gone too far. Keeping back nice and straight. Just go to where you feel that core engagement. Back up. Good job. Okay, let's do some ankle circles to end. Just gonna grab our right ankle, do some nice big circles. Good job. Try and draw O's with your toes. The other way. Let's actually draw Cebus. We're gonna spell C, B, I, S. Using your toes to draw. Let's go to the other foot. Nice big circles, drawing O's with your toes. You can have your foot placed on the ground while you're doing this, or you can hold up your leg. Other way. Good job. And again, let's draw Cebus. C, B, I did cap locks. S. All right. Paused my music already. Great. Hope you feel like you got your heart rate a little bit up there. Body moving. Okay, we're going to go to our learning now. So for the month of July, we're going to be talking about mental health. So mental health is like physical health. It's part of physical health. We all have mental health. I have my physical health that I take care of, and I have my mental health that I take care of. And it goes hand in hand with these 6 pillars of brain health. Maintaining those 6 pillars of brain health, movement, stress management, nutrition, socialization, cognitive stimulation, and that last, sleep, will all help with your mental health. Often when our physical health is good, our mental health is good. They influence each other directly. So there's, just like with physical health, you can have good mental health or bad mental health, in quotations. And you can have chronic conditions, or you can have just blips. So if you think about your physical health, sometimes you get sick. Sometimes you can't do things for a week or so because you have a cold or flu, etc. That can happen with your mental health as well. So you can go through just a bit of a down. You can feel unmotivated. You can feel sad, a little bit depressed. You can have a couple bad days. And that doesn't mean that you have bad mental health or that you have a mental illness. It means you've got a little bit of a blip. This is normal. Same with getting a cold or a flu. Normal. That happens sometimes. We need to take care of ourselves, rest, etc. And then it comes back. Now, being able to navigate that effectively can be a challenge, because if we have a couple of bad days where, we don't want to go do the things we enjoy, we're not getting pleasure out of the activities that we usually do, we don't want to socialize, etc., that can end up spiraling into something more serious. But if we're like, okay, I'm having a couple rough days, we talk kindly to ourselves, we still try to maintain some of the routines that we know help our health, then we'll probably get out of it in a couple days, a week, all good. Now, if that kind of feeling continues to happen for many weeks, months, that's when we move into mental illness. So just because you have a few off days doesn't mean you have a mental illness, but if you have a chronic mood disorder, we'll talk more about what mental illness is and common mental illnesses and kind of more less common mental illness in the weeks to come. But if that becomes weeks, months of feeling unmotivated, sad, not wanting to go out and do anything, that's when we're moving into, okay, we need to take some action, which would be kind of more like a chronic health condition. If you are continuing to have issues with your body, then you go to the doctor, maybe you get diagnosed with some kind of more chronic condition, diabetes, etc., and then you need to do something to maintain and help that. Okay, so I hope that kind of explains a little bit of the difference between mental health and mental illness. And if our mental health is good, again, in quotations, that means we can manage stress effectively. We can cope. We can have a couple bad days and then regulate ourselves and get back to it. We have regular motivation, regular behaviors and moods, etc. And on those bad days, it might be harder to regulate your emotions. You might cry more. You might get angry, or you might be more irritable. That's okay. That's okay. Be kind to yourself through those down days. It often can lead to some negative self-talk when we're having some bad mental health days, or kind of think of it as like a little sick blip of your mental health, and trying to counteract those negative self-talk, those autonomic kind of negative thoughts. We want to challenge those. So you're having a bad day, that's okay. Be kind to yourself. What else can we say? So signs that, just a couple of signs to be aware of. If your behavior starts to change, you're having issues with your emotional regulation, you can't counteract that negative self-talk, you're having issues sleeping, lack of motivation, you're not getting pleasure out of the activities you normally do. If that lasts for more than a couple weeks, that's when you should be looking to get some medical attention. And we have to maintain our mental health. Just like we maintain our physical health, we need to maintain our mental health. And doing things like getting proper sleep, socializing, all of those pillars of brain health, eating right, exercising, that all maintains our mental health as well as our physical health. So those things are really essential to try to work into our routine. And as I've said before, it's easier said than done. I can just tell you, sleep right and eat right and you'll be good. Those things are hard to change. So we need to practice them. We need to have small, manageable goals that are meaningful to us. Okay? So in the coming weeks, we're going to talk about some of the most common mental health issues and some of the less common mental health issues, just for a little bit of awareness. And then the interaction between brain injury and mental health, how those relate, because they definitely do relate. So basically from today, I want you to understand that mental health, mental illness, two different things. Think about it as chronic illness versus just your physical health in general. right? Or any type of illness and your physical health. And we need to maintain it by practicing positive things for ourselves, for our bodies. And a lot of those pillars of brain health help with physical and mental health. We're taking care of the whole package here. Hope that's helpful to start. And we're going to move into our mindfulness practice. So I want you to get comfortable in your chair. You can be leaning back, maybe get into that recliner that I said you shouldn't be in yet. Cross your legs if that feels good. Have your feet placed on the ground, whatever is comfortable for you. We're going to start with putting one hand on our chest and one hand just above our belly button. You're going to take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling. I want you to try to really breathe into that lower hand. On your inhale, pushing out your belly, exhaling, it coming in. Feeling that rise and fall of your belly to that lower hand. Good work. Keep that breathing up, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. If you want to put your hands down by your side, you can now. You can soften your gaze or close your eyes, whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to do a bit of a body scan. So we're going to start up at the tops of our head. And we're going to actually envision a butterfly coming and landing on the top of your head. As it lands on the top of your head, you're going to feel any tension release. Have things melt away. Letting a calmness spread through the top of your head. Keep breathing. Now you're going to imagine this butterfly landing on your cheek. And as it lands on your cheek, you're going to notice the muscles around your face start to release their tension. Any pressure, tension around your jaw melts away. Almost as if those muscles are hanging off of your face, drooping down. As you breathe, letting those muscles relax. Next, you're going to imagine the butterfly landing on your neck. Now, your neck might not be exposed, but I still want you to just imagine a light touch from a butterfly on the back of your neck. Allowing the muscles of your cervical spine, your neck, relax and loosen, tension melting away. There's a softness to your neck as it holds up your head. Great. Then the butterfly is going to land on each shoulder. You can think of two butterflies landing each on the shoulder. This light touch again, bringing awareness to that area of your body. Letting your shoulders hang, round a bit back and down, softness throughout that joint, moving along to your upper back, around your shoulder blades. As well as the front of your chest here. Letting the muscles open and relax. Letting the tension melt away. And the butterfly is going to land on your biceps, your upper arms here. And then your forearms. A light touch on your arms. Letting them hang. The muscles relax. You can imagine that soft touch at your wrists. Letting your hands relax by your side. Fingers hanging from your wrist. Now we're going to imagine that butterfly landing on your belly. Nice softness landing on your belly. Allowing the muscles around your lower back and your tummy to relax. Tension being released. Keep breathing. With every breath, you're in deeper relaxation. You're going to imagine that butterfly landing on the outside of your hips here. You can even imagine it on your hip bones. The ant crest here. Letting your pelvis kind of splay open. Releasing tension around the hips, and the groin and the buttocks. Allowing an openness, relaxation. Imagine that butterfly landing just lightly on your thighs. As it's landed on your thighs, letting those muscles hang off the bone, relax, and the tension release. And breathing into that part of your body. Imagine that butterfly landing on your knees. You can decide where. It could be on the outside of your knees or right at the top on your patella. Letting some softness come around that joint. Imagining a space and release of tension throughout that joint. Breathing into that part of your body. Now that butterfly is going to fly and land on your calves. Land on your calves, allowing those muscles to hang off the bone. Relax there. Breathing into the muscles there. Lastly, I want those butterflies to come and land on your ankles or just the top of your feet. I think about right the front of my foot there on my ankle. And allowing some softness into your ankle, into the many joints of your feet, metatarsals, toes. Also, tension of the multiple muscles to relax and hang from the bone. Releasing the tension throughout your body. Take a few deep breaths here, letting your whole body relax into the chair. Letting the thoughts come and go as you feel grounded and relaxed throughout your body. All right. Let's wiggle our toes and our fingers, slowly coming back into the space. Slowly opening our eyes, taking in our surroundings here. Great. I hope you're feeling relaxed, capable of managing the stress of the day. Well, also you've gotten some movement already. I hope that allows for a successful day, whatever that looks like for you. And from all of us at Cowichan Brain Injury Society, keep that brain healthy, and we'll see you next week. Bye.